Time for another Minecraft reaction, and this time it isn't actually a dream video. You're new to the channel? My name's T-Dot, and I post Minecraft reaction videos 2 to 3 times a week, and I also produce my own Minecraft content every Sunday. I also live stream over on my Twitch channel, and I do reactions, and I also play Minecraft over there as well, so if you want to check that out, you can see me react to short clips, what you want to see me watch, and you can also interact with me one-to-one whilst I'm actually watching it and tell me what's happening. Enough of all the plugging, let's get on to the rest of the video. As you can tell by the title, we're watching Technoblade's first potato war. And I've never watched a Technoblade video before, so it might take me a while for me to figure out who he is and what he's about, so what his videos are generally about. The reason behind me choosing this video first to watch for any Technoblade video is because an actual subscriber commented and suggested to watch it. Her name will be up around here somewhere, and yeah, I'm curious to see what happens. I'm curious to see what he's like I said, because I've never seen him before. I don't know what his voice sounds like, so it's going to be interesting. If you want to see me react to any other videos like that other person suggested, all you have to do is comment down below and I will eventually get to it, because I do have a list of a lot of things I have to react to. And obviously if I'm only doing 2 to 3 videos a week, it's going to take me a while to get over it, but we're here for the long run. Finally, before I press play, if you do like these reactions and how I break down these videos, and also the extra time that I put into editing it so it's nice and smooth, all you've got to do is click that like button and also subscribe so you don't miss out on future content that I post. Without further ado, let's see what Technoblade has to offer.
Technoblade, where have you been all this time? Well, you see, I've been farming potatoes in Skyblock.
Okay.
That wasn't a joke. It all started months ago. I just got in a set of superior armor
Okay.
and wanted
Okay. I'm just gonna pause it straight away. I thought his voice was very high pitched at first, but I guess that was just like him imitating other people commenting on his videos, which is fair enough. So he has a bit of a deeper voice. One thing that he's just done already, which I've noticed I do in my own edits, and also Mumbo Jumbo does it, I notice he does it a lot, is where he has just a blank screen just for a few seconds, just so that you actually listen to what he's saying, because he wants it to be quite important, and he doesn't actually have any gameplay to go for it. It's only been 11 seconds, but I'm going to sit back. I'm going to not talk for a while and just kind of absorb the information, what's happening. It is a Skyblock as well, so I have played Skyblock before. The first time I ever played Skyblock was when it pretty much first came out, and I feel like it must have been at least 5 years ago, because I've been playing Minecraft for 9 years, so I've been about it for the long run, but I haven't played any Skyblock since it was the original, so I haven't done any like modded versions. I know there is stuff like that, but I don't know. We'll see what happens.
That wasn't a joke. It all started months ago. I just got in a set of superior armor and wanted hot potato books to upgrade it. I could have just bought some from the auction like a normal person, but if Hypixel has taught me anything, it's that if you have a problem, the answer is slavery. So I had 20 potato minions with 20 enchanted lava buckets, 20 super compactors, 20 diamond spread-ins, because it's just free money. Get this upgrade. And with this setup, I was making about 242,000 potatoes per day. At this point, I had enough potatoes for my armor. I could have
can someone explain why does he need that many potatoes? I know he just said for his armor, but do you trade? I think he said it was on Hypixel, which for some reason I'm actually banned on Hypixel because of some security issue, so I can't even play on Hypixel myself. But do you trade the potatoes to get armor and stuff? It's a lot of potatoes.
You can check your ranking in each individual collection, and I was already top 50 in potatoes. I decided at that moment that I was going to be the #1 potato farmer in Skyblock. How hard could it be? First, I needed to get more minion slots. Now, I'd already spent a lot of time getting to 20 minion slots because I believe minions are important. I mean, they work 24/7, gathering resources even if you never bother to log in, and as such represent.
The one thing what I don't like about this already, I'm not saying I don't like his video. I don't like the resource pack with the crosshairs, which is right in the center of the screen, because it covers over his face when he does the zoom in, so it doesn't look as smooth. It's a bit bigger than the normal crosshairs. I'm not saying it's bad. I might get used to it, but I prefer to be able to see the persons when I zoom in a bit. But it's interesting what's going on so far. So
the only way to achieve the dream that all Skyblock players share, which is to not have to play anymore. Unfortunately, each minion slot requires exponentially more resources than the last, so I did what any self-respecting Skyblock player would do, and sat in the shop menu buying ice for 30 minutes.
Okay, I don't know why he needs ice.
Fun.
No, I do. I need ice.
I dropped out of college for this. And after spending many hours and 15 million coins, I finally unlocked the 20-second minion slot.
Okay, I don't know what minions are either. I would assume that is pretty much like an automated farmer type of thing, where it basically has something. I'd assume it's something along them lines, like a villager, but it's Hypixel's version, I would assume. You'll have to let me know in the comments.
At this point, I thought I had first place in the bag. I mean, there's only a couple of solo players that have 23 minion slots, and I figured if anyone went to that much trouble to get more minion slots, they'd probably spend it on a minion that actually makes money, like clay minions. I'm gonna upgrade my level 7 potato minions to level 9. Now you might be thinking to yourself, oh, Technoblade, isn't that obvious? Isn't it just more potatoes? Why wouldn't you do that immediately? No, it's not, alright? Upgrading past level 7 on minions never makes sense. You're never getting that money back, because upgrading cost over 100,000 potatoes just to get to potato 9. That'll take over 2 months to get that money back, over 8 months.
I mean, I don't know what I expected when I saw it as the Great Potato War, but there's a lot of potatoes. What's happening?
Remember Cactus Farms? Remember how they were great for like 5 days and then the admins obliterated them in an update? Yeah, you really think your dreams are going to go that long without getting crushed by the admins? No, you're never seeing that money again. I'm sorry, it's gone. But I wasn't farming potatoes for profit. I was farming them for honor, for glory. So I started upgrading them to level 9.
I do enjoy his sense of humor. He has like a very I don't know, a very upfront and kind of comedy style video. So I'm enjoying this video quite a lot, even though I have no idea what's pretty much happening other than what he's explaining. So I would assume most people who do watch this, they play on the Hypixel server and they play Skyblock. So they might know it a bit better than I do.
My last hidden weapon was the Farming Crystal, which increases the speed of nearby farming minions by 10%. I could only fit 12 minions in that radius, but I thought, you know what? Whatever. I'll just make a second Farm Crystal. Here we go! Oh, okay. No, I'm glad Skyblock tells you that after you make a second crystal. I mean, it's not like you could just tell me that after I make the first crystal. Whatever. It's not a total waste of money. At least I can auction. Thank you, Hypixel. If I wanted to fit all my minions in that 8-block radius, I'd have to think in the 3rd dimension. And so, after restructuring my farm, the Potato Pyramid.
So, I know this is the first of a 3-part series, which is the Great Potato War, and then he has the Great Potato War 2 and 3, I believe it is. So I would assume he already had some Skyblock videos out before this, because he already has this entire island what he's built. So if you want to see me react to what he's done beforehand, or just let me know what video it is, I will try to get around to it.
Was complete, yielding 309,000 potatoes per day. But as an ex-English major, I decided that math wasn't enough to defeat my enemies. I needed to consult the classics. In The Art of War, Sun Tzu says, if you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles.
Okay, so one thing I've noticed in this instant is he's actually turned off his kind of display. I can't remember what it's called. It's basically where you hotbar and stuff. So now when he zoomed in on his face, he doesn't actually have the crosshairs on it, which is it's quite pleasing to the eye in comparison to how jarring it was before.
I discovered a forum post from September in which a user named I'm a Squid Kid bragged about being ranked #1 in potatoes. Kid. By stalking his profile, I found another post weeks later in which he suggested he was now around 7 million potatoes. By putting these two data values on a grid, I could calculate the slope to estimate.
I love how he's making it very, like, this is the style he's aiming for. He's doing it on Paint. He's writing it out on Paint. He could do it like really smart. He could do it in an Excel file. He could do it on Photoshop and make it look really neat. But he's doing it for like a comedic value of him just being like, oh, I'm just going to go on Paint and I'll just draw whatever as like, just for the laugh of it.
Estimate his average daily potato yield. It wasn't perfect, but it was the best method I could think of to estimate how strong his potato farm was. I mean, it's not like I could just go to his island and look at it.
Yes, he can.
Wait, that worked? But what I found shocked me to my very core. No, this can't be. This man made 8 potato 11 minions, and then he painted the Mona Lisa! It was at this moment I realized that I...
What? Why is the Mona Lisa up there? Why? It's so random.
Wasn't dealing with a potato madman, but a potato supervillain. At this point, I fell into despair. All sense of rationality, even the slightest hope of making his money back. This man had thrown them all away to farm potatoes. I had 2 more minion slots than him, but his minions were so high level that he was still making more potatoes than me at 310,000 potatoes per day. According to my calculations, he was already 7.5 million potatoes ahead of me. Even if all my minions magically became level 11 at that very moment.
It's just the number of potatoes, like potatoes being a currency in my head is just a weird thing. Like it's potatoes. could be diamonds farming. But it's potatoes. 7 million potatoes. Can you imagine 7 million potatoes? That's a lot of potatoes. In fact, that's 7 million. That was awful. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm still going to leave that in, but...
If I wanted to defeat a man that had descended into potato madness, I would have to take his insanity and triple it. It was at this moment I spoke words that had never been uttered in the history of Skyblock. I should get minion expanders. Minion expanders have long been known as the most useless item in Skyblock, so you know how all minions have this like 5x5 area in which they work. With the minion expanders taking up so much extra space, the potato pyramid was no longer enough to fit all my minions within the farming crystals radius. So I built the Potato Dome! Boasting 5 floors, the Potato Dome could fit all 22 expanded minions.
Now this looks very fancy.
And after I'd finished upgrading the rest of them to level 9, the Potato Dome could now produce 337,000 potatoes.
30,000 extra?
At this point, the Potato Dome was the most powerful potato farm in Skyblock. I was ranked 20 on the leaderboards and rising fast. But what more could I do? Farm potatoes by hand? I actually did for like an hour. It made a tiny dent. Sure, it would have worked eventually, but come on, is mindlessly...
So is this his entire island? Because I know he keeps on jumping across the random places, and... I don't know whether or not that's just part of the server where you can trade, like the main entrance on it for the Skyblock, or if this is literally everything he's built on it. You have to let me know, because it looks pretty cool what he has built, if this is what he's built.
Eating the same task for hundreds of hours, really what Skyblock's all about? Okay, yeah, pretty much, but I wasn't about to do that, man. When I said 100 hours, I was not kidding. And yet, as time went on, it began to seem like that was truly the only way. The opportunity of defeating the enemy is provided by the enemy himself. Sun Tzu.
This is so overly dramatic for potatoes. I'm just throwing it out there. It's very funny. I do enjoy it how like it's very story driven. This like he's had one goal, and that was to be the #1 potato farmer, and he's made like a whole story out of it. He's done it very well. And that's what most good videos are, is someone who has a goal and they end up trying to achieve it by any means, and they just go out of the way extra and just they make it funny and they make it good. There's a lot of YouTubers who do stuff like that outside of even gaming, and I do enjoy watching stuff like that, so I do enjoy this. I'll skip back because I don't know if I missed out what I was saying, but I would assume he does edit these videos himself, and he edits them very, very well. And yeah, I don't really have much else to say other than he edits it well, and he has a very good script what he's reading off. Obviously, if he did have like a webcam or video footage of him talking like this, it wouldn't necessarily work out as well if he was reading it, because he can literally just stand like he's doing, read it, and actually read off a script without not having to look directly at the lens of the camera, making it easy for him to do it. But I'm not taking away from anything what he's doing, because he's doing it very well.
I discovered a critical flaw with Squid Kid's potato farm. His minions were too close together. Now, with any other kind of minion, that wouldn't have mattered at all, but potato minions are unique. When they're too close together, they'll start trying to plant in spots the other minions already planted and get stuck in an infinite loop, dragging down the overall farm's potato output by as much as 90%. The reason he hadn't noticed this and was still first place in potatoes is because this only happens when someone is online and on the island, because otherwise Skyblock just runs a calculation to guess how many resources your minions would have made while you were offline.
Yeah, so this is what I was curious about, even though he's just said it. I didn't know whether or not you had to be online in order to farm it up, so if he'd have to AFK, but clearly you don't even have to be on the island and he'll still be producing the potatoes.
Anyways, he left the door to his AFK machine open, so I left my alt in there. Welcome to the real world, Squid Kid. Okay, can we take a moment to talk about Jerry? All right, I got a Jerry here. I got a Jerry there. There's actually 2 Jerrys in there. I have video evidence, okay?
Wait, also, is this hardcore? I don't know how I've only just noticed this, but the hearts are hardcore hearts. So if this is hardcore as well and you can't die, that is very, very interesting. And obviously makes it a lot more like risky if he does die, even though he's not really doing anything what could potentially kill him other than falling off the edge. But yeah, it's interesting if it is hardcore as well, unless it's maybe just his resource pack we're using.
Look at this. He's multiplying. He's undergoing mitosis. But that's not all. The other day I was just minding my business and then... Why is he there? I knew I couldn't rely just on sabotage to get first place, because who knows if there's other people out there just like Squid Kid throwing away everything. So I got a bunch of hamster wheels, which give twice as much of a boost, 50%, but for only a day. And I threw like 100 of them into the potato dome, and it started making 450,000 potatoes per day.
Up 120,000.
So the days went by. Every day I'd log in and AFK on Squid Kid's island with my alt while my minions burned.
I can't believe he's going so far as to using an alternative account to actually AFK at someone's farm. And if you don't know what an alternative account is, it's basically just his second account. So he just has another Minecraft open and he's logged into Hypixel and he's gone over to that guy's place to AFK. He's literally fully sabotaging him here. That's quite funny.
Hamster wheels quickly bringing me into the potato top 10. I was finally making good progress until one day when I went to AFK on his island again. Oh god, he's online. What do you want? Why do you keep doing this? I just wanted to check on the Last Supper, man. You AFK'd on my island for 12 hours! It was a good painting! I figured Squid Kid would find it a little bit suspicious if the same guy was AFK at his island every day, so I got a second account.
Oh no, I was thinking he's gonna get another account.
And then I left them both in there. Be extremely subtle, even to the point of formlessness. What?
Oh, that person will be fuming.
If I want to catch up as quickly as possible, we can't only have 2. It's not enough. Well, I mean, it is enough, but I want to upload within the next year. But the problem with the auction house is that it's filled with crazy people. Look at this guy. He's bidding 3.9 mil for 26. You think that's bad? 11 million. I could see someone bidding.
It sounds like a lot, but I really have no idea what the currency is like in this. You'll have to let me know. Is that 11 million a lot, or is it like how long does it take you to get that much money?
I had to sell everything so that I could invest it in potatoes, man. I had to sell my young dragon armor, my rare cake collection, massively overinflated Halloween items. I had to mortgage my house. It's crazy out there. I actually did pretty well during the Halloween events, which allowed me to raise a lot of money. But I'm just saying, look at this spooky pile, right? Limited edition item with my name.
So this is like a full-on kind of like RPG element to Skyblock. Like when I played Skyblock in the past, it was literally just single player. You're on your Skyblock. You've literally got your tree, you've got your dirt, you've got your lava and your water, and you just build out. Whereas this is like, if you've ever played RuneScape before, this sounds like RuneScape in terms of like what it's got, like Slayer updates, stuff like that, where it's like special events, unique items what you can only get. Like RuneScape does like I think every year they do like a Christmas event, they do an Easter, and they do a Halloween as well. So yeah, it seems pretty cool. So this must have been going on for quite a while. Like I don't know how long this Skyblock on the Hypixel has been going on. So maybe no. So this was in 2019. This, I don't know. Does it reset every now and then? More stuff. I'm basically just asking for you guys to tell me what it is, because obviously I have no idea at all. So the more people who can comment and the more people who can tell me and explain it to me, the more helpful it will be for the next time I actually watch the video, because I'm going to post this out and then I'm going to leave it a day and then I'm going to see what everyone's commented and then I'm going to jump on to the next video.
He left a sign for me, whitelisted. What do you want from me? I'm just ruining Squid Kid's whole life. He's traumatized. He's just living in fear. Why are they here? Why do they keep showing up? But after...
I was going to say the one thing that kid should have done if he just kept on getting AFK and just removed the AFK position or pull what he made, so then he couldn't AFK. That's what I would have done if he realised what was happening. Maybe he just had no idea where I was AFKing.
After a few days, I ran out of hamster wheels and I had to resort to my final weapon, the Catalyst. The Catalyst is the strongest fuel source in the game, tripling your minion output, but they only last for 3 hours. Fortunately, I had a couple. With the power of Catalyst, my potato output skyrocketed, and I put that all back into leveling up my minions. And in a matter of days, I had 22 Potato 11 minions producing 893,000 potatoes.
So he pretty much started off this with what? I mean, I remember one of them was 300,000. So he's pretty much tripled it from there. But this is only when he's using the thing. But that is a ridiculous amount of potatoes. I think the other person was earning $1 million per day. who is trying to sabotage.
And that's the story of how I made infinite money. Well, not really, because you can only use so many per day, but I made a lot, and now I was ranked 3 in potatoes.
Ooh.
I did some more investigative journalism and found the guy ranked number 2 in potatoes. I'm gonna give you guys 3 guesses as to who left a funny rating on his post.
Obviously him.
Squid Kid! I was right on his tail, but I decided...
Oh wait, it was actually Squid. Oh, this is like the most intense random thing ever. Like, who cares about potatoes in Skyblock? I mean, clearly these do, but it works out for the comedic value for Technoblade.
Against a farm like that, I easily took rank number 2. It seemed like I was only one step away from my potato dreams, and yet Squid Kid had been so dominant on the potato leaderboards that he was still 3 million potatoes ahead. But with Catalyst, such a lead could be destroyed in a matter of days. Still, to be safe, I kept AFKing on his island until one day I checked my alts window for a moment and the island was full. 2 guys I'd never heard of before had called the police on Squid Kid. Who called the police? Whitelisted. Are you Squid Kid's alt? No, I just AFK here a lot as a hobby. I'm so suspicious. He doesn't believe me at all. I'm getting banned. They'd been investigating while Squid Kid was offline. I met him later that day and decided to warn him. Squid, I know we've had our differences, but the police are after you, man. I saw a helper. Squid. There were 2 dudes, Squid. They came to your island with the helper. They were snitching. I don't know why. I need names. Okay, let me get my screenshots. I gotta be careful, man. The snitches be everywhere. Anyways, I'm gonna go AFK now. Just act natural. Just
I'm just gonna go AFK now and just casually do it, and it's like, why?
And I'm gone. It seemed strange to be helping my number 1 enemy, but his sheer dedication to farming potatoes had earned my respect. I had to give him help from one potato brother to another. Also, I'm deeply scared of him. Did you see what he said when I told him the names? Names noted. That is serial killer talk. We ain't gonna be hearing from those 2 guys ever again. I kept farming potatoes, and in a matter of days, Squid Kid's lead was almost completely destroyed. And yet Squid Kid himself had no idea. He even put a billboard on his island, number 1.
We put rank 1, and then he's not gonna be rank 1. And then whenever this person saw this video, I'd have loved to see Squid Kid's reaction to him posting this. That'd have been hilarious.
Has it updated?
Number 1 potato.
Number 1 in potatoes. To celebrate, I took my 2 alts and my main account, and then I AFK'd on all 3 of them. I think at this point Squid Kid knew that the alts were mine, but he was so confused. Why had Technoblade been AFKing on his island for weeks? He was so confused that he didn't even realize that his potato leaderboard spot had already been taken. So I went to confront him myself one final time. Ooh. What do you want? Why are you doing this? Your potato rank 1 spot is now mine. He's checking. How?
He's so mad. I love when people just spamming the keyboards and it's just all caps.
For years, my machinations lay undetected.
You ruined my life.
This is all I have.
Had.
Squid, I found a problem with your island. A critical flaw. Get over here. Over here! Squid, get over here. This sign, it has the wrong number. Pretty bad week for Squid Kid overall, I'd say. First he got arrested, and then I cyberbullied him, but it had to be done. And let me just say, there is no chance of him catching up. I even got 23 minion slots just to bury any hope he had. This spot is mine. And that's the story of how I became number 1 on the potato leaderboards, and we lived happily ever after. All the loose ends finally tied together.
But did
well, except for one thing. Oh God, there's another one. There's another Jerry. And he's staring right at me. There's another one. There's a Jerry in the water. No.
I don't know why every time I see the name Jerry, it just reminds me of Jerry from Rick and Morty, and like, it's just the most dumb character ever, and it's just, yeah, it just reminds me of that. If you ever watch Rick and Morty, it's an amazing series. I'd definitely recommend watching it.
There's another one out there. I don't understand. What do you want? What do you want? There's another Jerry on the bridge. They've got me surrounded. I don't understand.
That was like the Slender Man as well, like when you're running through the forest and it just appears out of nowhere. Don't know what to think of that video. I really enjoyed it, like the comedic value, and especially like at the end where he literally just ruined the kid's life. That is hilarious. And I can see from the thumbnail on the next one, still got I'm a Squid Kid for the Potato War 2, so he must be like fighting back the other guy. That's very funny. Yeah, no, I really enjoyed this video. It's a bit different than what I've reacted to before with Dreams videos, whereas there has been PvP and I can kind of share my knowledge with it. I pretty much have no knowledge with this, so it's outside of my comfort zone a bit, but I hope you enjoyed it nevertheless. As always, leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. Also, comment down below if you want to see me react to any other YouTubers, well, Minecraft YouTubers, because that's what we do around here. Other than that, I hope that you have a good day, and I'll see you later.